on an adventure diving for epic fish in an incredible remote area and making a delicious meal with our catch. This is one you don't want to miss. All right, welcome back. Right now I'm about to head over to my buddy Justin Lee's house. We're taking his little boat tomorrow morning on a big mission. Getting up at like 4 a.m., sending it far. I have no idea what I'm gonna see tomorrow, but I know that it's gonna be epic. So let's go make it happen. It's an extra fuel mission. Breakfast of champions. Boat's loaded up. Got way more gear in the truck. We're gonna go get them. Oh, dark 30. Taking off. All right, we've made it to our diving spot. Probably about an hour and a half run. Smooth seas, luckily. And now it's time to suit up, get in the water. Justin's got a really cool spot over here. I've dove, I believe only one other time. There was fish everywhere. So hopefully today is like that as well. It's game time. Justin up to bat first. Gonna give him about 15 minutes. And I'll probably get in the water. Hopefully the wahoo are just waiting right here for him. Solid one. All right, Mr. J. Lee.
Hi.
What were our thoughts?
I actually saw a big uku. Didn't see the target. And the target is Ono. Try another spot. Let's check the next place.
Go a little bit deeper. Put me in the water, which definitely doesn't make sense. We definitely should have put me in the shallow one and then Justin in the deep one, but that's all right. I'm gonna have fun. See what happens. Maybe there's a fish around. Keep bouncing around.
Surface.
Yeah, exactly. That's all we need.
Just need one on the surface.
Welcome back into the water. On this dive, I am letting my throw flasher sink and meeting it at depth. If you don't know what a throw flasher is, it's basically just a PVC pipe with some reflective tape on it. As it sinks, it resembles a dead fish and catches the eye of predatory fish from far away. I'm looking for ukus coming from below to check out the flasher and wahoo coming from above. Won't bore you with this same dive because I repeated it over and over and over and unfortunately never saw anything. But blue water diving is kind of hard, especially mentally. It's super hit or miss, and you can be staring into the blue for hours and then see nothing, or you can stare into the blue for 5 minutes and have fish right in front of your face. You never really know. So it's kind of a gamble we take, but at the same time, knowing that you do have a chance to see something incredible is worth it every time. Now, three-pronging is not big fish, but I have to say I have so much fun doing it. Loading up my spear, there's a nice menpachi. They're kind of everywhere. Good shot. And I try to get multiple on every dive. At least 2, sometimes 3 or 4. Get a nice stone shot on the second one. Just reloading, shooting one more, making sure he doesn't swim off the end of the spear. Justin mentioned that they needed fish for a big fish fry, so that's why we're out here doing this. It's also a great opportunity to get warmed up for the deep diving. Our 2 main target species are kole and menpachi. This is a kole coming up. They got a bright yellow eye, so it's kind of easy to identify them. They are delicious. So are the menpachi though. Justin and I anchored up the boat. We're just taking turns doing drops. One person on the surface with the stringer, the other person on the bottom shooting a couple fish. Now this is a special place. Three-pronging is usually not quite this easy. There's fish absolutely everywhere, and I'm actually having trouble picking one out. So after I had those 2 cola in my hands, kind of couldn't really find a perfect shot on one of these menpachis, so I came up. Unfortunately, Justin was not using his camera, but we went over the ledge and did some drops out deep with a 3-prong. He swiped scales off of about a 5-pound moo, which is a really hard fish to shoot, even with a spear gun. So pretty impressive that he almost got it with the pole spear, and he did see a big uku as well. So I'm gonna lay on the bottom and see if anything wants to come in. I'm sitting at about 65 feet, I believe, right here, and hoping I get a chance at a big fish. Didn't really like exactly where I landed, so went and found a better spot. But as soon as I look up, that uku is right in front of me. I load the pole spear as discreetly as I can. I'm trying to not spook this fish, get a solid shot. He turns right back towards me now, and I should have let him get just a little bit closer, but made my approach and unfortunately was not in range. And then Justin challenged me. He said, I bet you I can shoot more menpachi in one dive than you can. He said, let's get one last dive each and see who can get more. I said, I think I can get 4, but I don't think I can get any more than that in one dive. The problem is not how many you can shoot in one dive. The real problem is how many you can hold before you run out of space. First one's easy, holding it in my left hand. While I've got this second one, I take that time and I knife the first one and actually drop it right here. Let the weight of the knife hold the fish down. My band got tangled. Untangle it, reload, and find myself my 3rd menpachi. I don't feel like I've got much room in my hands at this point. I can probably only get one more. Quickly shoot my last fish right here, and now I'm swimming up with 4 menpachi. It's a real treat to 3-prong at a spot that's this pretty and so loaded with fish. Justin is going to do his last drop, and then we'll make a couple more drops off the ledge with our guns and move spots. Dropped the 3-prongs, picked up our guns to do a couple drops off the ledge. This drop was to 83 feet, and I'll let you guys see what happens. As soon as I got to the bottom, I start panning around, and as I look behind me, I see there's a big uku coming in. Thing is, if you swing your gun all the way around, that fish will never come in. So I try to position myself and be ready for if he comes over my shoulder, and he does just that. Did a few grunts, and eventually he became a little bit too curious. Take the shot here, and I don't know if he was too far, if he just moved or what happened, but my shaft hit him and just bounced right off. It was unfortunate, but it's very early in the day, and I know we've still got all day for ukus and all sorts of reef fish. That's always a good time with a 3-prong. Justin almost had a real nice moo.
I know. I just needed like this much more prongs. Not always the case though.
Took home some scales from that guy.
Yeah.
And I was very close to having that uku. Wasn't quite ready for him. But we got ourselves a pile of fish to fry. Now the dinner's secured, I think we're gonna go out and look for some real fish.
Sashimi.
Sashimi. As Justin started pulling up that anchor, I decided to make one more drop on the edge of the Pinnacle. As soon as I get to the bottom, I look over to my right. There's an uku. Priority now is not moving my gun too fast because I do not want to spook this fish. I knew I kind of moved it a little bit quickly there. He didn't like that. But I can tell this fish is going to give me a shot. Again, just barely didn't pull the trigger there. Waiting for him to come in one last time. I was ready. As soon as he turned broadside, blasted him. My belt reel got caught on the bottom there for a second, but luckily I unsnagged it. Finally got a fish.
Sweet.
Stoked, little uku.
Yeah.
Not a stud, but stoked.
Was there any more? Yes. Yeah, but higher.
Like here?
Yeah. There you go.
From there, Justin took me to an area in about 65 to 75 feet. We dropped the anchor and just started swimming around together, going rock to rock, taking drops. Found myself a nice spot to settle in at. I could scratch the rock down there and grunt a bit. Pretty well hidden. The only thing is, if I want to shoot a fish that's coming from my right, it's got to come all the way over the rock next to me. Just taking my time, looking all around, scanning. These fish in Hawaii are really, really intelligent. Definitely smarter than anywhere else I've ever dove. So it's important not to make crazy movements and just go to the bottom, really, really relax. Let the fish come to you. As I start my ascent, I notice on the other side of that big rock, there's actually an uku approaching. For a second, I debated trying to shoot it, but then I just went to the surface and Justin made a dive. He takes his time, he's moving his gun, and unfortunately, it did not give him the headshot he was looking for. He said he just hesitated a little bit too long. So I dropped my throw flasher and decided to make another approach on that same fish. As I approach the bottom, I make sure that I'm facing the direction that I saw that fish swim off in, and almost immediately, that uku shows itself. I'm anticipating the fish to turn to the right, and as soon as he does so, take my shot. Justin's making a dive here while I'm bleeding my fish and braining it, and he actually comes up with a real nice Moana collie. The commotion from that fish brought in, you guessed it, another uku. So I dropped my throw flasher here and slowly made my descent. After Justin shot that Moana collie, the uku came in really high in the column to check it out. That tells me that this fish is extremely curious. I start grunting, kind of just hanging out and really checking all my surroundings, because the first or second pass that they do is typically the closest that they'll get to you. Finally, I spot 2 yellow spot papillos and that uku. Uku comes in a little bit closer. I just take my time and get another awesome shot. And then something awesome happened. The fish started running straight towards the surface and pretty hard, to the point where I just held onto my reel and barely even kicked. That was pretty rad. Usually it's the opposite and the fish make it way harder to swim up. So that was a pretty cool treat. While I was braining and bleeding this fish, Justin made one last drop, shot another uku. That was super, super special. but we decided at that point we'd give this spot a break and swim back to the boat. Our bad haul, probably about a half an hour of diving from the boat, anchored up. Justin and I went and had some fun. Tripled up on ukus, pretty sick. Gonna pull anchor and move spots. The conditions at this next spot were unreal. Just perfect visibility. I could see fish everywhere from the surface. And honestly, I could see anything swimming up to me at a spot like this. As I turn around, you'll see the amount of life that I was talking about. Just fish everywhere. There was also a ton of bait on the surface, but I'm just scanning, hanging out, and seeing what comes up to me. After not seeing any ukus on this drop, I made a couple more here, didn't see anything, and we decided to move. I think he's got another uku. Ah!
Such a good shot. It was a far shot.
Nice, well, you got him.
Did you pass the gun?
Sick!
I'm gonna reload it and then I'll jump on it.
Very excited for the food that we're gonna make with these ukus. They are just incredible to eat. I can't stress enough how much I love eating these things. It has been a beautiful day of diving. We are having a blast, and hopefully we ended out with 1 or 2 more fish. Another new spot. Conditions look incredible yet again, and I did see a lot of fish from the surface. Gonna go just past that big drop off, probably lay on some boulders and look around, see what comes in. Out of the corner of my eye, I see some moo, and they're actually not spooking off too far. So in the back of my head, I know that I can look all around and then probably take a moo right before coming up if nothing else better comes in. In most zones, I would almost never hesitate on a 4 or 5 pound moo. But in this area, like I said, anything can come in. I really want to make sure I don't miss an opportunity on something crazy before I decide to lock in. Right here, I kind of realized they were just getting too close. Couldn't pass up this opportunity. No sudden movements, and slowly take my shot. If you look closely, I actually almost got both in the same shot. That wouldn't have been on purpose, but would have been pretty cool. As I come up, you can see the structure around me is just unreal. Drop-offs like this can actually hold a lot of pelagic fish, and Justin told me that he's shot wahoo right here. Last dive of the day now. I actually dropped my throw flasher for a second by accident, so that kind of messed me up, but I grabbed it quickly and tried not to let my heart rate spike too much. As I'm getting closer to the bottom, I look out of the corner of my eye and I see a knife jaw, which is kind of a rare species, but super delicious, and they don't look like any other fish that I've shot in my whole life. You'll notice I didn't approach that fish on the way down, but I actually went kind of opposite of him. That's so that I don't spook him, and if I'm holding on to the bottom, I can get a way less awkward shot. He immediately approaches me. I don't spook him, take my time. Got a super ideal shot. Last fish of the day. Knife jaw. I don't know why, but I just love shooting these things, and I really, really like to eat them. Epic way to end it out. Whew. Only in Hawaii.
My friend Austin.
Justin.
Yeah, Justin.
I saw 2 heads and I was like, those are divers. Let's go say hi.
Yeah, we jumped in at we're just right here, and then it pulled us a little bit over, and then we're like, we're just hanging out. We're about to head back anyways.
Nice. Show me your catch.
What we got?
Oh.
Got the ooks and the uhu.
Big Island Taves. Miles per hour, yeah. 23 miles per hour.
Yeah, so you're getting at least, what? I was trying for that other one, and I just couldn't get him. I was like, damn it.
Ride. drop on spots where freaking nobody is really diving. They just never like really play.
All right, see you later.
Cheers, Toss.
Take it easy, guys.
Have a good one, bro.
Okay, boys.
Take care of yourself, man.
Right on.
See you later.
See you. Cheers, you guys.
Okay.
Always good to help out the local divers.
That was sick. We actually thought that they were a different set of divers that we knew, but we pulled over to say hey anyways, and realized it was our friends.
He did a 95-foot dive for 2 minutes and 45 seconds. Hawaii divers are the best.
It's about a minute longer than I'll be down there.
Florida, that's why.
Sunset behind us. We're out here before sunrise. It's a full day. All right, back in the kitchen. Got uku right here. We're gonna make some carpaccio. This is one of my favorite ways to eat fish, and uku is a great candidate for this. Perfect, perfect fillets. So I'll show you guys how we do it. This is a pretty simple raw dish, but like I said, phenomenal. Making them about this size, pretty thin. I put them all over the plate. I'm gonna try to cover the entire plate with pieces this size. This is plate number 1. Super, super simple recipe. Olive oil, lime, red onion, capers, salt and pepper, and usually cilantro, but every store I went to was completely out. I'm gonna fill another plate with fish, and then I'll show you guys what we do next. In carpaccio, I like small pieces of onion in every bite. Cut it in half, and then I just slice along the side just like this. And you're left with these perfect little pieces. Olive oil. Generous coating. Now I take lime, squeeze just a bit. I also will add some of the juice from the capers and put it in there. It's really good. Load it up with salt. Pepper. All right, hardest part about this whole thing is now leaving this in the fridge for a few minutes to cool down. A little bit of breadcrumbs. Easy as it gets. Egg wash, breadcrumbs. After you got a nice coating, this is ready for the pan. We are definitely glad that we let this sit in the fridge for a little bit. Got some friends with me. They went diving yesterday.
We just suck, so we gotta come to next house.
Okay, so when we found those guys offshore, this is who I thought it was going to be. And if we were there an hour earlier, it would have been them
And we might
swimming
have
out there.
actually been able to catch a fish.
Yeah, could have reset them on a drift. But yeah, we're gonna dig in. The panko, uku, and carpaccio. That looks like it's banging.
So good, dude.
Oh my God, am I still? Oh no! Well guys, we were, unfortunately the camera was on but not filming when we tried all this. Luckily there's still a little bit left. Carpaccio going in first.
Amazing.
Trust us, banging.
I added more salt and more lime, which I do like probably 90% of the time. But I'm honestly a big fan of this carpaccio. I like the texture of the fish and how fresh it tastes. It's very unique, but it's phenomenal. Really, really good. And the panko uku always goes quickly. So good. Had to get some greens as well. But we had a blast diving, having a fun time cooking.
He's not just a good diver, he's a good chef too.
Yeah.